What manner of terrible thing has happened under my bonnet? It's actually had diarrhea is what's happened here.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awkward moments on Top Gear.
I'm not going to get that out for hours. Damn!
Motorbikes go free. What's he done?
Sorry. We just picked it up from the farmyard and brought it here.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the most uncomfortable or boorish scenes from this beloved British automotive program. Which embarrassing collisions make you want to slam on the brakes? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Pensioners Ride.
So you're Miriam.
I am, yes.
And you're Betty.
Yes. I'm Barbara.
And you're Barbara. And this is the car that we've...
What is she called?
No, this is the James.
Called the James.
Offering a lift to a few old ladies sounds gentlemanly until you see the absurd mods Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond made to the Fiat Multiplier. Some of their redesigns were practical, if insulting, like the comically oversized bumper and waterproof seat covers. Other changes to the vehicles seemed downright dangerous.
Because it was an English summer's day, it soon started to rain, which revealed a bit of a design flaw.
Whoa! Oh, no, what's happened here?
The roof-mounted pet-carrying cage and fake odometer were both prime examples. Once our hosts picked up the pensioners, things got real cringy. The venerable dames had quite a bit of trouble getting in, but the worst part was when the airbag mounted to the rear bumper exploded while Clarkson parked.
You know there's no bumper on the back.
Just keep backing up. Ignore the noise, pretend you can't hear that at all.
It shocked everyone, though perhaps most shocking of all is when he apologised to the ladies afterwards.
Ladies, I do apologise for that. When have you ever experienced banging like that?
The war.
Number 9, Caravan Train.
Thank you very much for travelling with us. We appreciate that you have a choice of car-based rail companies.
James, that's my job. I'm
Running this bit of the train, you just drive.
Cars became trains in this challenge straight out of a Monty Python sketch. James May towed several caravans on a four-wheel drive Audi S8, while Clarkson flew down the rail on a red Jaguar convertible.
If I'm honest though, that wasn't the most immediate problem. Oh, for God's sake! Oh, this is really bad.
Seeing Hammond play white-coated steward to May's train driver was as funny as it was embarrassing. The pair even fight over making the announcements like a couple of kids, much to the chagrin of their passengers.
Oh dear. It appears my colleagues have a bit of a problem.
Hammond's comedy of errors with the refreshments ultimately led to one of the caravans catching on fire, grounding the improvised train. Ostensibly, Clarkson and the editor of the Rail Express magazine fared better, actually arriving at their destination, but the dust, bugs, and noise made sure it was one unpleasant ride.
It was incredibly noisy, and the fact that all the passengers have run away.
Apart from that, it was a resounding success.
Number 8, killing a Toyota.
We just picked it up from the farmyard and brought it here.
Clarkson proved that the Toyota Hilux is one of the toughest vehicles in the world. The BBC host romped downstairs, clipped a wall and rammed a tree, but the rust bucket just kept on chugging. Next, he enlisted the Severn estuary to do its worst.
I'm not going to get that out for hours. Damn!
Home to the second biggest tide in the world, the poor old lorry was tied to the beach like a sacrifice to Neptune. Clarkson laughed with the lifeboatmen and locals until the ropes holding the ride snapped, sending the Toyota tumbling. When it disappeared, things got awkward as Clarkson pleaded for help.
It could be right on the main channel, you may never see it ever again.
I don't think you've quite got this. We've got to get it back.
Lost at sea for several hours, the vehicle was eventually found. After a little tune-up, it roared back to life, ready for more crazy challenges.
Astonishingly, the Toyota was not dead.
Number 7, grooving out in Vietnam. When Clarkson, May, and Hammond trekked 1,600 kilometers along Vietnam's coast, they really turned some heads. Unable to afford cars, each bought a different two-wheeled vehicle.
How many cylinders has it got? One?
Making them even more out of place, May's improvised helmet looked like a colander. The ridiculousness increased after Hammond received a huge model ship as a gift, and then again when the whole bunch picked up colourful suits that caused them to really stand out.
I need some straps.
The Vietnamese commuters seemed as amused as the audience by these groovy threads until Hammond sideswiped a trash can and knocked over a road sign.
What's he done?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Clarkson and May get in on the mayhem by painting Hammond's motorcycle pink. Lucky for the program's hosts, Vietnam's people proved to be both friendly and forgiving.
I told you he'd be furious.
Can they really not organise a bloody junction better than this?
Number 6, rolling a Reliant Robin.
Here we go. Reliant Robin.
Of all the ungainly automobiles Clarkson tested over the years, few tumbled quite like this three-wheeled blast from the past. Reliant Robins are known for their acrobatics, wheelies, and being the butt of jokes. This 14-mile-long journey only reinforced this image. Being stuck sideways isn't fun, but luckily someone was always there to lend a hand. The first Good Samaritan was musician Phil Oakley of the Human League. The second helpful passerby was businessman and nightclub owner Peter Stringfellow. Last but not least, Clarkson somersaulted onto the news, needing journalist Harry Grayton's help 2 times in as many minutes.
Okay, my God!
In defense of the embarrassing little car, this particular vehicle was modified to be extra unstable, just like its driver. Number 5, Jeremy offends Berlin and Warsaw.
Check this out.
Clarkson and May aren't exactly Don Draper when it comes to the subtle art of persuasion. Tasked with creating adverts for the Volkswagen Scirocco TDI, you might wonder how much offense they could really cause in a few short video clips. The answer turned out to be quite a lot. They made light of auto accidents and Clarkson's favourite comedic dead horse, the 1939 German invasion of Poland.
A state of emergency has been declared in Poland today as the mass exodus continues.
Only the latter got them in trouble, with some people in both nations taking offence. Given the programme's devious sense of humour, one could argue they actually kept it rather tame.
The army says it's now powerless to prevent the ongoing mass exodus.
Wherever you land on the issue, seeing the hosts pitch these ideas to real advertising executives was painfully funny to watch.
That feels dishonest to me.
Number 4, act your age, get a car. Trading horsepower for leg power, Clarkson and May go for a bike ride. The reason why isn't pleasure, but rather to make up for the facepalm reaction to their public information films about cycling safety. True to form, the pair decided the best way to make roads safer was by encouraging people to ditch bikes altogether.
You stopped playing with children's toys when you grew up. So why ride a bicycle?
Oh, I did a skid!
Act your age. Get a car.
The panel of experts they pitched seem physically pained by the insulting videos. When Clarkson pulled out a poster featuring an image of Lance Armstrong and the slogan, "Cyclists are untrustworthy," the judges had enough.
Absolutely terrible. You just got it wrong. So dreadfully wrong. Where's the cyclist?
Well, mangled at the end.
To get back at their bike haters, Clarkson and May were forced to pedal through London traffic until the big man was brought down by a sore backside.
Oh, bump, really bumpy here. This is deeply uncomfortable.
Number 3, going down south.
3 religions down here. George Bush, God, country and western, in that order.
When the programme's hosts hop across the pond, they get a little bit of culture shock.
Oh, this is really terrifying.
To make driving through the sweltering humid heart of Dixie interesting, the guys painted slogans on each other's vehicles meant to offend the locals. This led to a lot of dirty looks and honks while driving, but when they stop, things get downright rowdy. A group of mostly shirtless men pulled up and soon started pelting vehicles with rocks. This near-international incident exposed a very uncomfortable side of the USA, leaving the program's cast and crew racing for the border.
I'm doing something I never thought I'd do. I am running for the border.
God in heaven, that was actually frightening.
Number 2, Amphibious Cars Challenge.
You can just see the mast. it's just the mast.
Have you had a few problems?
Tasked with turning cars into boats for a 2-mile race, this entertaining trio took a trip to Reliant Lake. Each approached the problem in a unique way. Hammond opted for a floaty Volkswagen T3 campervan, though he damaged his propeller on the way into the water.
So I was in the water with no drive, but that was the least of my problems.
Oh no, it's sinking!
He was rescued by Clarkson, who captained a Toyota Hilux mounted with a massive outboard motor. Sailing astern was May and his Triumph Herald turned sailboat. Clarkson took the lead early, but his lead foot caused him to capsize at the last moment. May cruised in like a victorious tortoise lapping a hare, only to stall out on the ramp due to a failing clutch. Floundering in the watery defeat, this time everyone ended up wet.
That's pretty bloody cold.
Number 1, Campervan Challenge.
It's actually had diarrhea is what's happened here.
Custom campervans led to big laughs and big trouble on this trip to Cornwall. May's Lotus Excel featured a small but aerodynamic sleeping pod, which seemed smart until he realized the fuel tank cap was covered by wood. Hammond's special Land Rover also appeared practical until he started setting it up.
Ow! I'm brave.
It had as many rooms as a house, though sleeping was tough since the thin metal walls made quite a racket at night. Long before that, Clarkson's Citroen CX proved somewhat unwieldy on account of the small building attached to the back. The tiny tower almost toppled over, but somehow remained stable until Hammond and May rudely sent it careening off a cliff as Clarkson enjoyed some ice cream.
In weather like this, among scenery like that, holidaying in England, even in a motorhome, does make sense. Is that all right?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.